Hello! Today I've got another new art review of you. This time is of these water decals from Nicole Diary. Which I actually like. I didn't know them before, but they sent me some, like a lot of water decals, and they all look really cool. So I really want to show them to you. As you can see, I'm already wearing some right now, which you'll see me putting on in a few moments. But yeah, first off, Nicole Diary sells via Amazon and AliExpress. I'll just link to those two down below in the description box as usual. And also, they offered me a coupon code which I can give you for a free gift with an order, which I'll also put down below in the description box. So yeah, let's get started. Here you can see what the water decals look like when they just arrive. They're wrapped in plastic and in cardboard, and yeah, just really nice. And on the back there's instructions. I always take them out before I start, because otherwise I'll have wet nails and then have to unpack them. And yeah, I used this one with leaves, which is really nice and detailed. And this one with really adorable little birds, sort of cartoon style. Lots of different ones also. And then this one with owls on top and then more tropical birds on the bottom. Both look really cute as well. And for this look I started out with a ombre of green and white, and of course I need water. And also a pair of scissors. I just use these really tiny small ones, just easier for really tiny work. And then tweezers, which are optional, you don't necessarily need them, but I find it easier to place the water decals with those. And then top coats, and also tissue paper and acetone and a brush. But I forgot to show those. But yeah, I'm just starting out with the leaves, as you can see, and I just make little cuts to where my nail starts and begins, basically. And then just cut it out. It's better to cut it a little bit, like I want to use it as a nail wrap basically. And it's better to cut it a little bit too large rather than too small, because, you know, you can clean up the excess, you'll see that later. But, you know, if there's too little water decal and too much nail, then yeah, that just won't look as nice. So I just drop that in water after lifting off the protective layer. And from the other bird sheet I chose to use this owl in the center. The one next to it with the bicycle is also seriously adorable. I'm definitely gonna use it in another manicure. And again, just lift off the protective layer and dump it in water. With some water decals, these are seriously difficult to remove. With these it just went smoothly, so that's really nice. And I chose to use from the last bird sheet the red bird, simply because there's also red in the owl that I'm using, so yeah, it just fits together nicely. By the way, if you forget to lift off the protective layer, it will let go in the water anyway, so yeah. So in short, you just dump it all in there, then wait for about 30 seconds until the water decal comes off the paper. I never really bother to keep track of time or anything, I just try it and yeah, I'll see when it works, when it's wet enough. Then just carefully peel it off the paper. This is what I use the tweezers for, but you could also use your fingers. And then I place it onto the nail. And you can still move it around carefully, but as you can see it sort of sucks itself onto the nail, which is very nice because, you know, then it's immediately sort of stuck on there. And to really get it mostly perfectly stuck on there, I use tissue paper and just dab off all the water. And later on we'll just, you know, clean it up and add top coat, but we'll get to that later. Because first I'm just going to add the little birds. I always try to, like, the one that I put in first, I take it out first. So I'm going on to the owl now, which is going to go on my pointer finger. And I'm also dabbing that off with the tissue paper. Seriously, a reason why I love water decals. It's just pretty much the easiest way ever to get a fun manicure. Looks like nail art, but it literally only takes seconds. And yeah, then all three are already on there. And the birds are good to go as they are now in terms of, you know, being on there. Like, they'll need top coat, but yep. And the leaves, since I'm using it as a nail wrap, I am taking off the, you know, parts of it that aren't actually on the nail. And I'm just using a small virgin acetone for that. Really easy, like they really dissolve very quickly, so that's really nice. I don't have to rub on it or anything, I just go past it with the brush and it's immediately clean. Do be careful at the tip of the nail, because you don't want to end up brushing too hard and accidentally brushing off the nail polish. So I'm just being really careful with that, trying to only touch the decal and not really press onto the nail. It's best to just take time with this, because, you know, you don't want to accidentally ruin your manicure. And then once that's done, it's time for top coat. The water decals are very good with top coat, like they don't like spread out their color or anything, they just stay as they're supposed to be, so that's really nice. And yeah, that's the final look. So in conclusion, I really like this water decals. I think the quality is very nice. The leaves are beautiful and the birds are just seriously adorable. So yeah, I'll put the links down below in the description box, like I said at the beginning, and the code. And yeah, that's it for today. Thank you very much for watching, and see you next time. Bye! The tape on the nails, because it needs to be off before the nail polish dries, obviously, otherwise it's just going to tear itself apart. And then here